And a very good afternoon or morning to you, wherever you're tuning in and viewing this from. My name is Cody Hahn. I'm the sales manager for USITT, and I'd like to welcome you to this very exciting announcement we've got coming up for you this afternoon. We're here live on Facebook, Twitter, and our YouTube page to give you some more exciting information on the latest release that we released on Friday, letting you know that we'll be going virtually anywhere with our USITT 2021 Conference and Stage Expo. Now, to get us started today, I've got some colleagues joining me. We've got the Executive Director of USITT, David Grindle, as well as the Vice President for Conferences, Kasey Allee-Foreman, joining me now. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Cody.
So, tell us a little bit about what to expect with virtually anywhere. What's happening? What's going on? We released it on Friday. We've had nothing but amazing news come in over the weekend. How are we feeling today?
Well, you know, it's really exciting because you never know what the reaction is going to be. And it's been really incredible to see the positive response we've gotten from people who understand that the best way for us to connect with one another still through this time period is in this virtual format.
Exactly.
I think the response that I've gotten has been almost universal. This is 100% the right thing to do. And we're all really sad that we're not going to see each other in person.
Of course. But, you know, we've got to keep the health and safety of ourselves and all of our members at the forefront of our minds when we're planning all of this good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. So I think we all kind of know the answer to this question, but we're going to pose it anyways. David, why are we going virtual?
Well, we're going virtual because the reality of things is that our industry needs a way to meet. But right now, we need to focus our energies and physical resources on being able to get our businesses going, our shows going. And so by going virtual, we can ensure that more people have a way to connect with one another and network. Because right now, getting the ability to travel will be difficult for our exhibitors, for our attendees, for our presenters. And so a virtual system allows us a much more responsible way to engage with one another in this time as we work to restart our industry across the whole country.
And I think that's something for everybody to you know, everybody I think understands that, but the industry has taken this long pause, and for us to be able to bring the industry and bring our members back together during this time is really cool and really beneficial. So thank you for that. Kasey, we've been discovering platforms all summer long. We've been looking at different ways to bring this to our audience. So can you tell us a little bit about what the platform is going to look like for USITT 2021?
Yeah, we're really excited to be working with our friends at Shepherd AV. Shepherd has been our decorator at all of our conferences for a long time. They've been doing AV for us. And so we're really happy that they know us and we know them as we discover our way to a virtual conference. I think it's really important that I am not interested in sitting in another several days of Zoom meetings. That's not what we're doing. And not
we've all done that way too much, right? We've all done that way too much.
So I think it's really important that what we are looking for is ways for all of our attendees to be able to interact with the presenters, interact with other attendees, and have as much of the USITT spirit in all of the ways that we are presenting our education.
Fantastic. That's amazing. Yes, it's not another online meeting, right? We're trying so hard to make it more than that. Perfect. And David, obviously a part of the USITT annual conference is the Stage Expo, where we get our members right in front of with our exhibitors, our industry partners. Will there still be a Stage Expo, and what will that look like this year?
There is still Stage Expo, and we are very thankful to our exhibitors who've given us such positive feedback, both in this announcement and even to a group of focus exhibitors who helped us sort of plan what an expo can be. You know, in a time when you could say, oh, it's a virtual expo, you can go and visit their website. But like we said, we want this to be more. So we're trying to create more interactive opportunities for our exhibitors to work with people, to meet people. Our industry is still going. There are still new products coming along as we all get ready to restart, because it feels like we may never do that, but in reality, we will. We're just sort of in the middle of the tunnel right now. And when March comes around, I think we're going to see a lot more light than we do at the moment. So we're hoping that we're going to be able to engage you with the opportunity for live interaction with some of our exhibitors, with an ability to take more walks through the virtual expo together that are focused on new products and new services that are being offered, and the ability for you to interact with exhibitors that maybe can happen in a more intimate way than you're used to having to be there, because you can be able to engage with them truly one-on-one.
That's awesome. And you'll be able to have sort of a little bit more dedicated time as well with that one-on-one time, without all the distractions that sometimes come with being on the expo floor, as we're all very well aware. I just wanted to remind all of our viewers out there that are watching today, we've got a few more questions that we're going to go down the list and just bring you a little bit more information on today. But if you've got some questions or some ideas brewing in there, go ahead and fill those into the comment sections. We're going to do some live Q&A here at the end, so be sure to go ahead and send us those questions that you might have. Perfect. Kasey, moving on. USITT is so fun. It's exciting. There's a lot of fun and engaging and energizing and memorable events at our conference every year. Are we still going to bring those to our members?
We are. We're not entirely sure how yet, but we are absolutely going to have fun together. I think one of the key things about going to a USITT conference that really energizes us and allows us to sort of, fill up the bucket. So when we go back to work, we're all energized and ready to go again. We learn together. We learn with our peers and with our friends, and we create together. So we're going to explore ways that we can do some hands-on creation and share that with each other in different ways. And we're going to have fun together. There's going to be networking times. There's going to be some fun games. There's lots of new ways that people are doing this in a virtual platform, and we're going to explore the best ways that work for us, that give us a chance to maybe just enjoy each other's company for a little while.
That's awesome. That's what this is all about, right? It's all about connecting and engaging and having a little bit of fun along the way. And so you can definitely look out for those, the online Zoom cocktail hours that we might be having, and some more fun gamification that we're bringing you along the way as well. Speaking of Zoom, and don't want to use them to get sued by them, but this is not another Zoom meeting, right? So what are we doing to make this not another Zoom meeting? We've all sat in these meetings all summer long, right? And you get the Zoom fatigue, as they're calling it now, and you've sat through hours of education sessions and hours of meetings. So what are we doing that's differently? How are we gonna bring this another fun and exciting moment to the show?
So some of the things we're doing is we spend a lot of time trying to learn from other organizations and how they have done things well and how they've done things not well. The world of the virtual conference almost didn't exist in the way it does now 6 months ago. And so we're trying to take the best and have a variety of ways for you to interact during a session. Some things are on demand, some things are live, some things are on demand, but at times can have live interaction. We're also looking at ways that we can capture those other things that people are wanting to do. What are the ways we can engage you? Lots of people come to our conference looking for jobs or looking for graduate or undergraduate schools. How do we still retain that and give you platforms to be able to engage one another through longer periods, shorter periods, keeping it up and moving in a way that doesn't feel like you're trapped in front of a computer for hours on end.
Perfect. Thank you for that, David. And then our final question before we go over to see what our fans are saying right now is, will we ever meet in person again? Because I'm really tired of sitting by myself in my house in Miami and seeing none of my colleagues and none of my coworkers and just having to Zoom in every day. So are we ever meeting in person again?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There is no doubt that as soon as we can, our industry is collaborative and interactive. And it is our obligation to get back to that. I think that the virtual platform is going to serve us really well this year, and we're going to absolutely make a commitment to connection. But there's nothing like being able to just sit and have a drink with a colleague or have a meal or even just sit next to them and, as you draw or build something and learn together. That interaction, as we all know, because we work in live entertainment, the experience of experiencing something together and that energy is so important and so vital to our industry. So we are doing what's right for our industry right now. I have no doubt that we will be back in person because that's what's right for our industry in the long run.
Awesome.
Kasey, if I can throw in with that, for those of you who are from the Columbus area, who are excited about being able to go to a conference and you think, oh, I can even sleep in my own bed. I can tell you the city of Columbus has been great working with us on this, and we are in the middle of rescheduling an opportunity to bring USITT back to Columbus, and we hope to be able to make announcements on that in the coming weeks as well.
Columbus has been such a delight to work with, and it's definitely a city that we want to go back to. I love the venue. I love the location for our membership. So it's definitely on our list.
And also to get back to Houston, since we had to unfortunately cancel the 2020 show in Houston. It was an amazing city to work with, and we were really looking forward to that as well. So we'll definitely be getting back around to those two cities as soon as we can.
Yes.
Kasey and David, so we thought about a theme for this year and looking at energize, inspire, energize, and inform. Can you guys tell us a little bit about more of those three keywords that we sort of picked out and why?
Yeah, I think, I'm particularly focused on the energize just because I think it's the opposite of what we think a virtual platform is. And USITT is so energizing. I know that I think of it as the time that I get to recharge my batteries during the year. And I absolutely want to capture that. Again, I'm focused on us being able to learn together, create together, and connect together. And so exploring all of the ways and asking our partners, on our platform to do things they probably haven't done yet, so that we can serve our membership that way.
Fantastic. And I think that's what you'll see throughout this entire conference is these three words sort of woven throughout everything that we're doing so that we can make sure that we're really inspiring, energizing, and informing our membership and our audience and our industry as well, as we do everything every day. Cool. We've got some questions happening now through our social feeds. Our first one comes from controlbooth.com. They're very excited for the Stage Expo, and controlbooth.com, we're very excited to have you guys back. So we look forward to working with you for sure there. We've got Tanner Brant from Facebook says, looking forward to representing ProTech Theatrical at our first ever online conference. Imagine there'll be info packet for things like booth reservation, sponsorship, new product releases, etc. Yes, of course, there will be. We'll be getting that information out to you within the next few weeks, probably realistically 1st of November, getting that to you guys so that we can get the show booked and get all of our exhibitors all that information they need to make those decisions. Chris White says, will sessions be recorded for later viewing if we are not able to attend it live?
Yes, our goal is absolutely to have everything that we do on the virtual platform recorded and available as a library. You will need to register for the conference to have access to that, but you would have then the full library. And of course, can I just go ahead and throw in the pitch, Cody, right now for the survey that we sent out with that announcement email? We are asking for your feedback on what's going to work for you in a virtual conference. And that's particular to what times you might be able to attend a conference, what you expect to see when you go, what are the things that you value so we can make sure we're serving your needs. Everybody is in a completely different state of working right now. And so we need your help to know what's going to work best for you to be able to attend and how we can best serve your needs.
And just going off of what Kasey just said there, I think it's really important to remember that we're designing this conference for you. We've been designing in-person conferences for many, many years, and we kind of had that science down to a T, but we're reinventing the wheel and we're designing the conference for you. So your feedback of what you need from it, what you want out of it is super important. And that link is there at the bottom of your screen now. If you want to click, or if you can't click on it, but if you will go to the link, you can take that survey, get those results to us. And like Kasey said, it really matters so, so much right now. So thank you for that. We've got, Brian Ackler says, has any consideration been given to exhibitors to go live from their factory or shops? Yes, absolutely. And again, all that information will be being released very soon, but exhibitors will have the ability to go live from wherever you want to, basically, virtually anywhere. And you'll be able to go live and engage in that audience from wherever you want.
Cody, I also think it's important. I know that you and Christine Troscher have been doing so much work on gathering resources that will help our presenters and our exhibitors navigate this platform. And so please, you know, if you're presenting or even if you're attending, don't think we're just like throwing you to the wolves about like how to figure out how to do this. We are going to provide the resources to help you because that helps us make a successful event.
Of course, of course, of course, of course. Yeah, everything from the equipment to use to a way to present to different styles of presenting so that we aren't Zoom fatiguing our audience. We're going to share all that with you. And along those same lines there, we will be setting up more webinars and more informational sessions just like this for attendees, for our exhibitors, for our speakers. So just look out for all that information that's going to be coming soon because we're going to dedicate some time for each of our sort of categories to go a little bit more in depth in those fields for what you might need to get out of the conference. Controlbooth.com again says, I love the enthusiasm of the students and seeing the projects that are on display, and you can feel the excitement of the next generation. That's some of the best parts of USITT. Again, thank you so much for that comment. And those, Kasey, those are things that we're still bringing to this conference, correct?
Absolutely. We're trying to serve as many of the needs as we always do, and exhibiting and celebrating each other's work and our next generation of industry professionals is so important to what we do. We are working on a platform that will allow you to be able to see and walk through all of the exhibits and allow people to display and again, to just celebrate what we do and to help craft our, you know, the future of our industry.
Perfect. We have Aaron Joy Swank says, we're used to conferences going from very early to very early. I hope we can build in time to quote, step away from the screen a little bit too. And of course, dedicated expo only times. She's also curious what hours we're looking at since we are a national organization.
Wow. So this drives us right back to that survey because you're right, Aaron, we're used to trotting into a convention center at a very early hour with way more coffee available. And we realize that now we're not in one city on one time zone. We're actually all around the world in 24 time zones. And so part of our asking is asking people when they want things. This mix of live and on demand and a mix of opportunities of when we can engage. They're all things we're still honestly working out, but the feedback of the attendee or the potential attendee is so important in helping us make a choice because it's one of those new areas we're having to invent an answer to that. And your feedback and your information is really important in that. So again, the more people we can get to respond to surveys, the better we are able to serve people where you are as we go virtually anywhere.
I do think just to add on to that, we're very aware of how much more energy it takes to consume information on this little box in front of me right now. So we are aware of how we will maybe have to temper times to maximize everybody's ability to learn. But I'm super excited about the opportunity that we may have for some international guests who might be presenting in the evening on their time and in the morning on ours. It gives us so much flexibility to get people in and together in a different way than we do when we're in person.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Controlbooth.com, they were super excited about barbecue in Houston. So can we please go back there?
I do think we need to figure out a way to like have signature meals that can be delivered so we can all eat the same thing together sometimes.
We'll get an Uber Eats partnership. We can all have barbecue while we meet virtually anywhere. Okay, we'll try that one. Tom Grabowski says, need ways to connect with students, portfolio reviews, Tech Olympics. I miss sharing with the live audience, and we definitely do too. And as Kasey was saying, we've got sort of plans in the works to sort of still be able to bring all of these things to you also. Yeah. Paige Wilson, yes, H-Town. Hey, Paige. For those of you that don't know, Paige was really integral in planning the Houston conference. She's from Houston. She was one of our local representatives there. So thank you for all the work that you've put in for us. If you need a good barbecue place in Houston, call Paige. She probably knows one. Rachel Ellis brings up, will there be payment plans similar to what is going on with memberships? I want as many people to be able to attend even in these circumstances.
Rachel, we are working on a variety of ways for people to be able to attend this virtual conference. And one of those, I know some of you had said you wanted to defer your registration money from last year to this year. We're going to be able to do that. And chances are, if you might even have a little money left over, and you can apply that to membership to other classes, to your 2022 registration if you so desire. So we're going to work with people to get the opportunity to as many people as possible, because you're right, while coming and connecting at our event every year is really important, I think this year it's even more important. We've all lived in some form of isolation, and as much as we all want to be together, this is the first step towards us getting back together. So we want to do everything we can to make that possible for everyone.
Awesome, thank you. We got Aaron Joy Swank. We're definitely planning a continuation of portfolio reviews. We went virtual for 2020 and got pretty good feedback. We did do that. Thank you, Aaron, so much for that. So things like portfolio reviews, resume doctors, all of those good things, those are super simple and easy to sort of formulate in this online platform. So we'll definitely be doing those and giving everybody the feedback that they need and want from there. Marta, hi Marta. What does a virtual booth look like? So Marta, for our exhibitors, we have a couple different options. One of the options will be a page where you have your product videos, new listings, all your contact information and all that good stuff for you. We'll have another option for exhibitors where they actually have a Zoom room built into their booth. So you'll be able to live chat and people will be able to come in and go out of your booth as it's staffed on your end from wherever you're at. And again, I'll be hosting another session probably next week for exhibitors to give a bit more information onto what that looks like with the Shepherd system that we'll be using as well. So we'll be in touch very soon with that, Marta. Thank you so much. We've got Kenny, whoops, we just lost that one, sorry. Kenny Allman says, I bring college students with me and I'm concerned with the economic struggles that the cost of attendance, or what the cost of attendance will be. Can you address this issue?
We can address that issue, Kenny. We understand, from college students to technicians who haven't been working since last March. We're doing everything in our power to make this the lowest cost possible. I would expect that we will announce registration information towards the end of this month. But I can assure you that we're keeping the economic state of our industry and our attendee at the forefront of our minds when it comes to this, because that's who we serve and who we do this for. So I can't give you a price on it yet, but I can tell you that as we've been working with the staff and with the finance committee, that has always been the #1 question, is how can we do this in a way that makes it accessible to as many people as possible. So I think in the rate we're going, I think people will be pleasantly surprised at what we're able to bring forward for registration.
Perfect. Thank you, David. And just to piggyback on what David was saying, that, like he said, that goes for our attendees and participants all the way to our industry partners. We know it's been a really tough 7-8 months now, and the end is in sight, but it's not here yet. So we're planning this with that in the forefront of our minds at all times, for sure. Kyle Jensen says, will there be an opportunity for student members and early career members to get involved in the conference?
I think absolutely. Again, I want there to be as many interactive ways for us to learn together and to create together and to give each other feedback. So we will keep an eye out, because we are going to be sending you things. We are going to be asking you for things, for ways that you can participate, for things that you can sign up for. So just keep an eye out. We're going to have a lot of communication between now and the conference. And it really is going to be something that you're probably going to get sick of emails from us. But that's because we want you to be there and we want you to be involved. So there's no doubt that there will be ways for you guys to connect and to participate.
Perfect. And to go along those same lines as well, I mean, when you look at everything that we've always offered for, student and early career member participation, whether that's student volunteers, SMMP, all those different programs we always offer, David and I were literally this morning going back and forth and messaging about, looking at technical ambassadors for people to be able to come on and actually train people how to use Zoom and use the technology that we're using to do presentations and things. So it might not look what it used to look like, but we're going to have these opportunities coming forth shortly. So as Kasey said, just stay informed, like us on all of our social channels, and don't make our emails go to your junk inboxes. That's no fun. Jessica Lee, she says, seeing your faces makes me happy. Seeing your face makes us happy too. Hi, Jess. How are you? Tanner Brandt is asking, can you walk us through envisioning for the exhibitor experience? How will we share content and answer questions? So Tanner, just to kind of piggyback off of what I was referring to with Marta, our exhibitors will have 2 different options for their pages. You'll also have the ability to submit sessions, just as you have in the past. We'll have a whole area for exhibitor sessions. We understand that for our exhibitors, getting people into your virtual booths is a really high important on your list of ROI topics. So we're looking at all the different ways to sort of drive traffic to you and to really make our exhibitors a major stakeholder in this virtual conference for sure. Chris, will USITT send us coffee for those early sessions?
Chris Wick, you can bring me coffee for those early sessions. Those of you I've known, Chris Wick and I have known each other a long time.
If anyone has any ends on, Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts that you want to send me details with, I can try to get us a sponsorship, but we'll get coffee delivered to everyone's homes for the month of March. Zach says, when do you hope to be able to announce the dates?
We should have all of that information by the end of this month, Zach. We're just trying to finalize it. And again, it's that survey feedback. I hate that we're all sounding like a little bit of a broken record, but some of that is you giving us information because we're probably going to be roughly around the same dates we were expecting to be live. The question is, how many days of this can we consume? And that's part of what's in that survey. So I'll gladly broken record it again. You get to help us answer that question. Just head to usitt.org/conference21.
You're the great ambassador today, David. Bob Watson says, Bob Watson here with ProTech Theatrical to assist Tanner and the entire team to introduce exciting new products this year. We look forward to taking advantage of this new opportunity and technology. Looking forward to it. And Bob, we're looking forward to working with you and the whole ProTech Theatrical team as well. Nicole Melton, will exhibitors still have VIP codes? Yes, of course. We're working on getting all of that good stuff for you all. We're hoping to have the same sort of VIP code lineup where they'd be able to sort of walk the show floor. So again, all of that good stuff will be coming to you shortly. Jeremy Phillips, what are you doing to amplify the people of color voice in this next year's conference? A super important question for us.
I will say that USITT is hugely committed to diversifying presenters at our conference every year. And I want to commend every single area, every single commission has been really committed to this. I'm so glad for you to ask that question, Jeremy, because it just reinforces how important that is. Our industry is not one color, it's not one gender, it's not one religion. We are here to serve all needs and to help diversify and include everyone's voice at our conference. Please know that there is a huge commitment to this, both at the board level, at the commission level, at the committee level. It is a core value of USITT to be inclusive. And I'm proud of the work we're doing, but I'm also pushing us to do more and more work in that area.
Awesome. Thank you, Kasey, and thank you, Jeremy. And our final question comes from Brian Ackler. Brian asks, will the methods and procedures created for this year be utilized as ongoing, even when we can get together live and in person?
Well, as Kasey said earlier, we don't think that some aspect of virtual will ever leave us. You know, the number one question I always get from people is, why did you schedule it when I'm in tech? And we don't do that personally. And one thing this also goes right with, you know, that other favorite question, why did you schedule all of the sessions I want to go to at the same time?
We have a algorithm.
You know, so honestly, Brian, I do believe that some aspect of this virtual will be with us even when we all get back together in Baltimore in 2022. Because we're here now. We've embraced this technology, and we've embraced the understanding that while we want to be together in person, the opportunity to still share that information with people who can't be there is available to us, and one that we need to embrace as an organization going forward.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. David, Kasey, do we have anything else before we wrap up?
Did we mention the survey?
If we haven't mentioned the survey, please log on to www.usitt.org/conference21. It'll take you right there to the survey. And as we've said, the past 33 minutes that we've been live for, your voice matters, and those survey results really, really matter to us. So please, 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 it's only going to take like 3 minutes. I think it's like 10 questions, takes 3 minutes to answer. Please, 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 when we log off of here, go straight there and fill it out for us.
You know, I'd like to wrap up by pointing out that Cody and I came to USITT as staff members from being USITT members. Each of us knows very clearly what it's like to be that member coming to a conference, and the desire to engage. And Kasey has been there right alongside almost all of us the same amount of time. We really are working to try to capture everything that you came to love from an in-person conference and find a new way to engage and get to the same end result. It may not be through the exact same method, but knowing that end result of networking, that end result of being with someone who actually does what you do, and you're not the only person that enjoys making props. You know, people, we understand that we get each other, and for that 1 week together is energizing, and we want to bring that to you. And so we hope you'll come on this journey with us, and I think we'll have a great time when we get to the other end of a virtual conference.
Yeah. We love the conference for the same reasons you love the conference. So that's what we're trying to bring you.
Of course. And I just wanted to plug one last little program that we have, because I think we mentioned it briefly, but for those of you that come to the conference, 10 years ago, I came to my first USITT conference, and I started my career at through that. So just to let everybody know, we're still going to have that super important jobs portal We're going to have that open so that we have job recruiting happening throughout the year. So for our exhibitors that come to recruit, we've got that for you. And for our attendees that come to get a job, we've still got that going for you. And alongside those same things, we're going to open up this year for both undergrad and graduate recruiting in the online platform. So if you're looking for a graduate program or an undergrad program, please, please, please don't forget us. Check it out. We got some exciting news and efforts coming there as well.
Yeah.
Great, perfect. I think this wraps us up today. I hope that everyone out there has enjoyed this live stream. Like Kasey and David and I have all said, please keep up to date. Keep your eyes open for any of these new updates that we're going to be sending out. We're going to try to do more of these things instead of emails because these are a little bit more interesting than emails. So look for these live updates, look for these live streams coming out. And we can't wait to share more and more information on USITT 2021 virtually anywhere with you. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are getting comments. We are using StreamYard for the people. I've got like 6 comments. What program are you using? It's amazing. It's called StreamYard. If you need information on it, email me. I'll get you the information, but it's an awesome platform we're using for this. So again, thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to speaking with you all soon. Have a great week, everybody. It's Monday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.